In Sweden, not that many people know how to dance. It's like you just jump in the club.
Women in the ladies in Sweden is not so good looking. That's also a bad thing in Sweden.
What I hate about Sweden is that Swedish people can be very boring sometimes.
First one, I don't like the weather all the time. Today it's nice, but for the rest of the year it's often very cold or rainy. And the second one is not all people are very spontaneous here like in other countries. And the third one will be it's hard to find like accommodation, and a place to stay is very expensive, and even if you want to rent something it's like very long queues.
Okay, so 3 things I generally don't like about Sweden. Obviously an easy one, the weather. It's some day it's sunny like today and wonderful, and some days it's cold, rainy. That's not so good. Another thing, I think the people, they're very antisocial. Not so they're friendly, but not friendly to people they don't know, but to people they know they are. And that's a bit weird. You can't start talking to whoever.
The taxes, the mean people, and Systembolaget.
Okay, I don't like Systembolaget, the taxes, and we are really emotional people, so that's that.
Well, I can't take the smoking thing because I don't really smoke. So I have to take the prices of alcohol, how people are so politically correct, and the weather. But now I can't complain about it because it's stunning, but anyways.
Someone want to take a cigarette, which we just had, we have to go out on the street to have a cigarette. We can't sit on outdoor terrace to have a smoke, having a beer and a cigarette at the same time. That I really hate about Sweden. And the second thing, as I said, the women in the ladies in Sweden is not so good looking. That's also a bad thing in Sweden.
Okay, so for one, it will be that not so many people like cars as opposed to other, or Formula 1 for one. And I don't know what else to say. If not, say that people are more closed off than like Latin countries or Italy for one. But as a third, I don't know.
The weather, it's so cold here. Like in the winters, you freeze to death, and in the summers, like today, it's really hot. But like mostly it's raining, and yeah, it's kind of bad.
What I hate about Sweden is that Swedish people can be very boring sometimes.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh no way!
The thing I hate about Sweden is the cold winters and the darkness.
We have high taxes, and that you can consider bad. I don't consider it bad though, but most people do, I guess. But it's like, it helps a lot with the community and stuff like that, so I like it. But.
The first one is the weather in the winter. It gets pretty cold, and that's a bit annoying. The second one is the prices. It's quite expensive here, and I think that people are sometimes cold here, not so inviting and welcoming. So yeah, those are the 3 things that comes to mind.
The first one that comes to mind I don't like about Sweden is, of course, the weather in the winter, because it gets really cold here, and just like my friend said, they're very expensive here, drinks, food, everything. And I just turned 19 a few months ago, and I have my own car which I drive, and the petroleum is very expensive here too, so it's not that fun for me to pay that every single month.
The 3 things that I don't like about Sweden is I think they tend to be a little bit too left-wing for me. I believe a lot of people in Sweden are too shy, and they're not the most fun to hang around. They're very monotone, and they don't have that energy. They don't bring that energy, and they're not super exciting to hang around. That's it.
All right, so I think that Swedish people generally, they're quite like introvert and not that like inviting, and they don't talk to people that much, and they don't like approach like you approach me now, and also that in Sweden the weather is pretty bad. It's a lot colder. It's not that nice, and also the last thing is that I really like dancing, but in Sweden not that many people know how to dance. It's like you just jump in the club. It's like no culture of dancing. Like in Spain you have a really nice culture of dancing, but in Sweden it's nothing.